The Survivor. Welcome to the series, The Mirror of Mass That Are Costing You, where we talk about the identities that are shrinking your capacity as a leader. So, the survivor, the one who is still talking about your past pain story, where this identity is limiting you, it's attracting the ones who want saving. It's attracting the people still stuck in trauma. It's attracting the people who are still in that embodied space of victimhood. The one who has survived. You as a leader are able to plant the seed and bring awareness to your past story. I think it's great. I think it's inspiring. It helps people see what you've overcome. It helps you align to people in understanding that this is who you are. This is your story. Everything that you lead in now was built on your experience, the things you've overcome. But when that becomes your identity in what you lead people to that same thing. This is the Residency in Power with Autumn Oakley. 10 minutes of precision for the leader ready to hear what their success has been costing them. No bypassing. We cut straight to the core of the awareness you've been looking for, so you can reclaim your power to lead in success that feels successful to you. And that is very uncomfortable, and I'm just going to let you sit with that. When you are still in the survivor identity and you are leading people, you need to understand that you are not freeing them to that level. You are keeping them in the past pain story. You are keeping them in the loop to understand that this is the identity that you're holding, and so you are operating and sharing from your past pain story, which is keeping people in the same loop. And it doesn't mean that you leading isn't bringing great inspiration and change to people, but you being the survivor is the thing you need to shift out of. You have to forgive the past. You have to let it go. You need to come to a space that you know fully and integrate that into your knowing, your embodiment, your nervous system, that you have overcome it. And that means you're no longer the survivor. You have become the master. Why? Because that past pain story no longer holds a tie to you. That timeline is no longer keeping your perception tied to that pain. When you're able to finally come out of the survivor mode and perspective, you actually start leading people into real change because you're not tying your perspective, your leadership in the past pain story of things. So for the survivor, I see you. I've been there countless times, many layers, lots of collapses, lots of identities that have come and gone. But the hardest thing that you can do is continuously keep yourself as the survivor identity, because it means you will never meet what is meant to come in for you. You will never align with the partnerships, the relationships, the friendships, the connections that witness you without the survivor story, that aren't stuck in the loop of the victimhood. You will never allow yourself to receive fully in just being held in the environments, in the careers, in the finances, in the way of life that you actually want to experience and feel held in that space until you understand that you're no longer the survivor. You don't have to be bracing. You don't have to be in this survival energy. You have survived it. You've overcome it. You've mastered it, which means you can now let it go. And you moving forward brings in that new reality. It brings in the partnerships, the connections. It brings in the creation that you want to create and lead people into that is freeing. Because what type of energy are you really experiencing living in a state as the survivor. You can build the business, you can follow through with the creative pursuits, you can lead other people. But if you're still identifying yourself as the survivor, you're living that truth, you're living that timeline. You're never going to feel safe enough to just be held, to take up space, to understand that you can lead without that story tied to you. And it doesn't mean that story doesn't exist, and it doesn't mean you didn't overcome it. It doesn't mean you can't share it, with your community or online. Like, people want to hear from you. They want to feel inspired by you. But what actually frees you is letting go of the story. What actually frees you is being able to understand that you're here to lead from a free place. You're here to lead in ways that free you from the struggles you faced. That rhymed. I know I'm a poet, but this is the really uncomfortable phase where you have to kind of shift out of those identities. The past pain, you have to feel through the process of things. But there comes a point as a leader that you have to understand that if you don't let go of the survival identity, it will always pull you back to that reality. It will always attract the things you don't want. It'll attract that same energy. It will attract the same lessons. It won't allow you to feel free. Why? Because you have to be brave enough to choose a new reality. You have to be brave enough to understand that you can still feel. You can still feel the pain that you went through. You can still go ahead to understand that when you reflect on it in a beautiful space that you're leading with it no longer holding a tie to you, it is felt on a different level. It isn't something that you are depressed about. It isn't something that you have pity for yourself. You don't feel shame. You don't feel guilt. It feels like alignment. It feels like you've overcome it. It feels like when you feel into that space of what you've overcome, you are fully aligned with what you're here to lead. It feels like something deep within your soul has done what it needed to do. You've overcome the thing that once held control over you. And that is what is going to lead people into what you were here to lead them into. Because when you're in that space, you've done it. You've overcome it. You've mastered it. People need that energy from you. People need that leadership from you. People need that space where they can feel held without holding on to the victim mentality that society teaches us to hold on to. So, for the leader who is still entertaining the past pain story, I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. Your soul came here to learn different lessons, to overcome things. And yeah, it's been rough. It hasn't been easy, but you have to be brave enough, and you're the only one who can decide it, to choose to let go of what limits you, what shrinks your capacity, and what keeps you stuck from the true reality you want to live and lead. Honored to have you here. If this found you, it was meant to. 'Tis I, Autumn Airy Oakley. This is the Residency in Power, leading in what is built to last.